Okay, I'm combining day 6 and 7 because I could not post the video yesterday. I was too embarrassed. You'll find out why right now. This is the 24th of May, 2023. These are the Silver Bullet trades and aim session that I took. I took 2 of them. The very first one here, I missed the first fair value gap short that would have played out nicely, and I try to get in on what I think is a continuation trade to the next draw liquidity. And there it is, laid out. I hesitated on the very first fair value gap. My psychology is messed up right now. I have what they call the yips, for those who play sports, where I'm inside my own head. The YouTube channel, in the beginning, was an awesome way for me to kind of trade with accountability, but now it's making me a little self-conscious because I've had such great interactions with a lot of the subscribers, and I want that to continue. So now I'm looking for good setups to talk to people about, but instead I'm missing them and taking bad ones. And today, you'll notice I moved my stop loss up to 22 ticks as opposed to 20. That's a big no-no, and I get punished for it immediately. That's negative $400 in the account. That's kind of massive. My losses are now starting to be bigger than my wins. That's not good. Second trade brings up another point of something I'm doing really wrong, is I'm trying to trade both my PA account and this evaluation at the same time, but I'm not using a trade copier because I'm not necessarily trading the same on each account. I'm actually managing a position that I had opened pre-market on my PA account right now that you don't see on the screen, and I'm doing the Silver Bullet trade an hour on this account only, on the evaluation account. I need to not split my focus like that. I need to concentrate on just one thing. Here I pivot. I think we're going to go long, and so I jump into a long position here and look at my position size. It's exactly the same. Now, this wasn't necessarily intentional in the sense of I did that purposefully, but I wasn't paying attention because my attention was kind of split. Honestly, this trade should never be happening in the first place because I took more than a 5-point loss previously. So I have some things to sort out. I am posting this because I want full transparency on the evaluation account, but this put me into a tailspin. I have to go back to do some more back testing here to figure things out. One of the things that I did in the back testing with phenomenal results was I just kept it to 2 mini contracts without any runners, and I would take a max loss of 5 points. However, my TPs were minimum 5 points, but often they were bigger because I was always aiming for the next draw of liquidity. So I could take a loss at full 5 points and not really feel it. Well, I'm not doing that right now. I'm trying to get a little cute with my partials, and I'm leaving money on the board, and I need to go back to what was working before. In this trade here, you don't see it on the micro chart, but on the mini chart, there is a fair value gap that price taps into there, and that previous purge down. That would have been the trade. That would have given you 5 points. I was impatient and didn't wait for that fair value gap, and I got in on a candle raid much later, and I get punished for it. And that's kind of what the trade is here now. How I would handle this trade differently? Well, first of all, not take it, because I already reached my max loss. But if I was in it, in a different scenario, I should have taken 5 off already. I should have risked down if I insisted on having a full load here. Either way, this day sucked. I recorded it and I couldn't review the trades right away to post the video. Not only was I embarrassed, but I was really frustrated that my plan isn't really a plan right now. So I'm gonna go back to the basics. I'm actually probably gonna go back to doing 2 minis without a runner, and my stop loss is at the max 5 points, but really my stop loss often will match market structure, so sometimes it'll be less than 5. And when I back tested that before I did all this, phenomenal results. I don't know why I changed it up for the recordings, but I did. So it's bad news. Good news is my PA account, that's back almost to good status now. I'm not recording those for mainly psychology reasons. I'm trading better on that account, I think, because of it. But I want to get used to this because I like posting these trades. I like reviewing them in this manner. I just got to get used to it, and right now I'm not. So anyways, a beautiful short is setting up here. I know my TP is going to get hit at this point. Instead of collapsing the trade, I just take it on the chin. That's almost $800 down. That's a yikes. Here's today. I'm back at it today. I'm back to 15 micro contracts again. This is the morning. I have a huge sell bias coming into the market. We're bouncing off a higher time frame fair value gap, that 5-minute fair value gap. This is the very first 1-minute fair value gap presented to us. If you've been watching my videos the last 2 days, I've missed these. But today, I don't make that mistake. I'm entering the trade right away. It's in the direction I want it to be in. We have a very easy 5-point target or 5-handle target. No-brainer trade for me. Stop loss, I'm actually okay with that. It's above the candle. That is the fair value gap. I'll take that. The only thing that's making me nervous about this trade is we do have equal highs above it, and that is a draw. And so I ideally, in hindsight, should have taken my full position off right here at 10 or 5 handles, but I don't. And you'll see why. I kind of have a larger target in mind that I think we're gonna head down to, and so I actually moved my 5 runner down to a very ambitious target, but really I'm planning on just trailing my stop at swing points. And so I'm at break even right now. I'm letting it sit until a market structure swing high forms, and then I'll put my stop above that and hopefully write it down throughout the day. And I'll come back at 10:30 to check if there's any reversal going to happen at that time, which they tend to do around 10:30. So we begin kind of forming a structure right here. If as soon as price breaks that low, I'd move my stop loss down, but unfortunately I never get the chance to, and I'm tagged out. Okay, not a big deal. However, that's all counted against me for the drawdown of the apex evaluation. So this is another reason why I'm going to take a break from the runners, just because right now I'm screwing up. I'm not trading well. I'm a bad trader right now. I can't do runners, so I'm going to go back to my original method of doing things, which always worked out well. I don't know why I wanted to change it. I really wanted to incorporate runners. That's why I wanted to incorporate those, and well, I'm getting punched in the face for it. Well, I keep this running here because I do take another trade today. I do scale down, but we get another reaction off this fair value gap. A pretty good one, in fact. And again, keep in mind, I am very sell heavy on this. What I fail to realize is that price right here does sweep some liquidity, and it takes some relatively equal lows and pauses. And so I decided I'm going to jump in at this fair value gap and ride this down. I think price is going to go down. So I'm kind of waiting for that to happen. I'm also debating it because, again, I still have the yips. I got a good trade out underneath my belt, but my psychology is not fully back yet. I'm not fully in the control of the driver's seat. And so I collapse the trade here. However, I sit from the chart too long, and I say to myself, all right, let's stay green on the day, but let's take another 5. And so we get a candle ray down, and these candle rays have not been working for me lately, for those who've been following along. They've been so good for me over these past years, but they have not been working out well for me in ES. So I want to take this trade. I have a 5 micro, and I actually have it parsed out with a little bit of runner for 3 and 2. That was another cute idea that I had. But in this case, this price is immediately, after sweeping that liquidity, it just says goodnight. And I'm stopped out for a loss. Still green on the day. Not a bad loss. I don't know. I don't know. In hindsight, I want to say, oh, it's a terrible trade, but really, this kind of met some perimeters for me. I think because I'm coming off losing almost $1,000 on the account the past 2 days, I'm being very, very hard on myself right now. So there you go. We're out. Again, it says I'm in profit at 375, but my Ninja Trader did that weird thing where it disconnects and then connects and gives me credit for it. But however, you see here, I did not get credit for it. These are the last 2 days. That's a whole hell of a lot of red. But that's where I'm at. So It's okay. We will recover this account. I don't plan on blowing it. And here's today's numbers. There's the account. We're at 75,343. So we're still a little bit green, but we're a lot closer to that drawdown. Do I make it out of here? Who knows? Tune in for the next episode. Thanks again for watching.